Wow. Octopus.
Oh.
Whale
Whale
fall.
fall.
Oh, whale fall.
Oh,
Here we go,
there
baby.
it is.
Okay,
That is phenomenal.
we can't stop, can we?
We
We can
are-
stop and come back if you want.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Oh,
Let's take our time with it, and then
I
we,
think
we
it's
have to
worth
come
it.
back anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Video.
That
Oh
is
my
amazing.
god.
Okay.
There's so
I can't hear
many.
Greg.
yeah, this is
No
worth a stop.
way.
This
Roger.
looks like a baleen whale, and you can still see the baleen.
Yes.
The baleen is still there.
That's
Oh,
right.
this is
3, 4,
great.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Someone
I count
who has
15
Twitter, tell Twitter if you
octopus.
don't have one.
Somebody tell Twitter. Twitter is with us right
Oh
now.
my
They
goodness.
Look at them.
Wow. This is
So
incredible.
yeah,
Talk
this
about
is
Chowing.
When you zoom on the
The
bones,
dinner
they look
bell
like they have
ringing,
the
right?
studs they
Yeah.
might
We
are
already
so
have.
excited up here, just
Greg,
saying.
can I zoom?
Yes, come
Yeah,
and
let's
get
go ahead
it.
and zoom in.
Yeah, dinner is
Do we have
served.
any
And if,
bone-eating worms?
Bridge, if we could track a line back.
So
There's still
I don't
soft
see any
tissue
red
on
tentacles or
here.
anything
I
yet.
don't. I see some brown fuzz on the vertebrae.
Yeah.
I mean, on the ribs. So those might be
Yeah,
the ones we-
approximately.
Oh, this is
full
so
zoom.
cool.
I
This
think that is
is
them.
meters,
amazing.
450 meters.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at the
You're-
Argus
you're
view.
right. You're right.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
check
look
out
at the
Argus
Argus
view.
view.
Can I
It's so
zoom in, Argus?
perfect.
So what do we
Zoom
estimate
on
the
Argus.
length of that?
Yeah, how long is Hercules?
2.5 meters.
Well,
2.5 meters.
in length from forward to back. Yeah.
So this looks like maybe a 4 to 5 meter whale.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's still soft tissue.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's a,
there is.
Definitely was something
All
big in
right.
the mess.
Well, people watching, we'll definitely come back here if we're swinging a little too far and spend some time here. This is definitely worth it.
Yeah, mark the
I
target.
wonder if this
and,
is some of
we'll
those
go past
octopus's
it and
last
come
meal
back.
before they make their way over.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, we should
Hi.
get the sexes up.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay,
Goodbye.
so
There's
what's
still fat
happening?
at the tail.
There's
Amazing.
fat at the tail. yeah.
Goodbye, octopus.
Okay, this is awesome.
Just partially digested still.
This will actually be
In the
pretty
thick
good
of it.
because on
So
the way
come up.
we'll go down the slope, and then on the way back we'll be able to go hit that slope back
Look
up.
at the sediment to the left of the whale.
Yeah, there's
It's got-
something on it growing.
Yeah.
Can we
There
zoom
might
out on
be
Argus
some
when
of
we get a
those
chance?
worms.
Yeah, bacteria mats, worms, something.
Yeah, I'm thinking bacterial mat of some kind.
Look at
Look at
Oh.
Oh,
that.
that's not
Worms.
bacterial mat.
No, they are
That's
worms.
worms.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So yesterday we were talking about seasonality in the deep sea and how episodic falls of food are a bonanza, I think is the word I use.
Bonanza,
so if
yep.
you come around
And here's a
positive
bonanza.
This is a,
and
yeah.
basically spin around, and then you can get me
Oh,
back
this
in
is
view.
great.
Just think the amount of calories in a whale here. I mean, the equivalent of so much marine snow. It's hard to even compare.
Oh, look
you know?
at the blubber on the right side.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
even
that's
digested all the
right.
way.
I
This is
know.
Oh, yeah.
so cool
This
to
is
see it
still
partway
pretty
through.
fresh.
Okay, so what's happening is the ship is tracking a line and moving along as we're moving towards the cone. So the ship is moving Argus away. Hercules only has a certain amount of tether away from Argus. So as the ship is moving, we can't
And
just
those are
immediately
worms
stop.
in there.
So
in
we're
the
going to
baleen.
probably pull away from this a little, but we're in the process of stopping and turning the ship back around and coming right here.
Yeah, we're about 450 meters, so the ship is now coming back. So we're going to get pulled towards the ship and then back. We'll do a little yo-yo.
I'm surprised
and
there's
then
no
we'll come back
sharks.
here.
So whale falls are a really cool way to think about the ecological idea of succession. So after the whale, look at the bone.
So what is the
Look.
fuzz on those bones?
Yeah, the fuzz on those bones are, let's see, the
Hydroids?
common name I remember hearing was the bone-eating snot-flower worm,
Uh-huh.
but the genus is Osedax.
Osedax, yep.
So these are worms that have symbiotic associations with bacteria. So they have no more gut themselves. Instead, they have these rootlets that burrow into the bone, and then the bacteria are able to metabolize the fats and oils that are in the bone itself.
Wow.
Yeah, my colleague at Imbari, you know Shannon Johnson,
Shannon
right?
Johnson.
She's worked a lot with these bone-eating worms. She's been a part of naming several of them. One of them was after Pink Floyd, actually. I forget the name off the top of my head. I'll find it. But yeah, she would be going, we're all going nuts, but she would be going even more nuts. Right
Get
now.
on the live feed. Tune
know.
in. Well, there
All
at
right,
sea
we're
right
about
now.
to get pulled off.
Okay,
So
we'll be coming back.
And the ship
was
has
it,
already
has it
started coming
been
back.
generally known
octopus
that
fighting?
octopus are
Oh, yeah,
scavengers?
getting pulled.
There's the tug.
Yes.
Coming back
No,
up.
that's a great question. I mean, I'm sure they're mostly predators, but why not be opportunistic?
Yeah. All right.
So we're approaching from the tail. That would be the peduncle. So right where the pinch point is that goes out to the fluke.
That was a male we just passed on the tail.
See these vertebrae coming up. Out to the ribs as we come up, and then upwards to the jaw and where we saw the baleen. Covered in scavengers. It's a happy day to be an octopus.
We're thinking this is 4 to 5 meters long.
Can you zoom on those worms, please?
Sure.
So notice the red in some of these worms. It's thought that they have hemoglobin in there to help capture some sulfide, or at least that's what's true of vent worms. Why would these guys have red?
Well, whale falls at later stages do become chemosynthetic ecosystems as the bones are broken down.
That's a good point. I was also reading that in whale falls, the vertebrae that are in the rear portion, rear half of the skeleton, have more fats and oils in them than in the front part. What is all that?
What is all
Is
that?
that larvae being... No, wait, larvae don't. What is happening?
There are a lot of small things swimming around
Yeah,
or
very
floating
small.
around.
I wonder if they could just be little gobopods, do you think? Itty bitty little creatures taking
Not
advantage
sure.
too?
But it's like they're emanating from the carcass.
This is great.
Wow, look
Here's
at
the ribs.
look at the cartilage.
Between the vertebrae? Is
Yeah.
that where you're looking?
Yep.
That's
you
a
guys-
nice place to rest.
Do you guys want lasers on for all these shots, or
Oh, you know, let's take the lasers off.
I can get that for you, Mike?
Yep, thanks.
So, you know, you just had a big meal. It's like post-Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah.
just, gotta sit on the sofa for a while.
Oh my god, all of them.
They're all their attention is in digestion right now.
Yeah, 4 to 5 meters could be, like we said, a full-grown minke whale, smaller whale, or it could be a juvenile of several different species. So humpbacks use the sanctuary waters, blue whales,
Do you want to
fin
be
whales.
facing the head or
This
profile?
No, this is good right here.
Wow.
Oh, great. Interesting field of tube worms over there in the background, too.
So those are the bone worms?
Yes.
You can see them. There's sort of a
Let's
red
come
internal
down to
cavity that you see with
23.
the white around it, and then it flares at the end, and you can see a couple different.
mezzo.
Yeah, so you can actually see some of those baleen plates that are there, the actual ridges. So the biggest baleen plates end up sort of closer to the front, and then you end up back with accessory plates
I'm going to do 15
that
meters at
frill out into
100.
these hairs at the end.
But I'm
Down
going
to
to wait.
15?
Oh, that octopus looks like it's taking a little taste or sniff with its suckers. So they have chemosensing abilities in some of the suckers.
Right.
It's pretty neat to see the structure of the baleen.
Yeah.
I've never seen recently dead baleen.
Baleen plates like this?
I've seen it dried,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, not like this.
That's fine.
So go back into auto head because it's off.
Yeah, so the arc of the jawbone there, and then connecting back on the left, you have the ribs. You can see the spinal column, the spinal cord, vertebrae starting to go down the middle.
Great shot.
I'm gonna say this looks like the
Renaissance
rostrum is
painting.
slightly arched, not moderately arched.
I know
So
this will be
So next,
Aaron's
Yeah.
piece de resistance.
and that brings us to Balanopteridae or Escrictiidae.
Oh, which
And
would be
the
the
whale?
gray whale.
Either gray whale or rorqual. So now we look at
Yeah, the rorqual group could be a lot.
if the nasal passages are large, which we won't be able to see because it's upside down. Frontals exposed on vertex.
Heart?
do you want to zoom
Yeah,
in
maybe
That's
again?
what I
some
was
of
thinking
that-
was the heart because
Yeah.
it's connected to a tube like maybe in the aorta or some other.
So
Now
is
we're
that the
looking
big tubes that the
Right.
Chris was saying it's associated with the arteries? Wow,
And the aorta.
that is neat.
Right, and if you've ever gone to a display of a blue whale heart, you know, children can go through the chambers of a blue
Yeah,
whale heart,
right.
the size of a small car. So it's really magnificent, the size of these animals.
So this is a relatively small whale.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it possible that it's just a young whale?
Yes.
Well,